Hey, welcome back. People often ask me, how do I manage a full time research job, make YouTube videos, write blogs, and top of that, I have time for managing all of my hobby open source projects. Do I sleep? So funny. Yes, I do. I sleep 8 hours. I do exercise every day and I watch YouTube videos. I watch serial and I spend time on social media. On top of that, I go to invitation as well. So it's not about not sleeping. It's about following a system which makes me effective and productive. In this video, I will show you one simple system that helps me manage everything without burning out. No flop. I will walk you through exactly how I do it. And at the end of the video, I will share a story that will motivate you build your own system. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's start with this thing. Let me open my graph view. These are all of my nodes. And in this graph view, you see there are bigger nodes. And in this video, I'll show you that bigger nodes that helps me to manage all of those things. Everything I do relies on two principles. The first one is reduce friction as much as possible because that is the main theme of atomic habits. If you do not reduce friction, that habit is not sustainable. And second is automate, 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 if not delegate. But for me, it's not possible to delegate. I'm a solo creator. And so what I try to do, I try to automate the repeatable task which I think is easy to automate. And if I just spend 1 or 2 days, just one time, I can automate the whole process. That is what I did. So I will show you one single page that will help you to make understand how I do it. Let's start with my one page. I will start with opening quick switch and my blog page. Okay. And this is the one page I'm talking about. I will walk you through step by step how I manage my blog using just this one single page, few nodes, and how I automate rest of the repeatable task or the task which I don't think cognitively intensive. I can actually automate using AI or using programming. That is what I did. So I'll show you everything over here. I'll break down every steps, how I write blogs, then how I post it, and how I manage rest of the thing. And the most important thing is you might thinking this is just blog writing. It is not about blog writing. The core idea and principle applies to everything I do, whatever it is, the research I do, YouTube video I make, all of the hobby project I manage, all of those things, the principle is same because I always try to follow simple principles to build habit because that is what I said before. Otherwise, you cannot sustain any habit for a long time. Yes. Okay. So let me explain the page on a top level. The page name is mock blog. So mock in Obsidian terminology means map of content, which is the index page. I call this half page. Why I call this half page? Because everything related to particular task I include over here. And if you observe that, I actually put exclamation sign at the beginning of the mock page because that keeps my mock page at top of my all of my notes. If I want to browse manually, I can find it. Okay, let me show you. So you see, this is my blog, all of website, and mock page at the top. That is the reason. Okay. And next thing is I also put alias mock blog. If necessary, I can put other aliases, blog management. Okay. So I made a video on how do I actually use alias to set a multiple names of a particular node so that if I forget the exact name, I can retrieve that. You can find the video over here. Okay, that is not the topic. And the next thing is like I have a quick guide at the top of the blog. The quick guide, I put all of those things which I need to access fast without thinking a lot, which is kind of habit. So during blog creation or creating a new idea, I need all of those things because those things I use every time when I'm writing blog, creating blog, or new idea came to my mind. I just want to put that inside that any section of the quick blog. And the rest of the section you see marketing, admin, legal, and blog development. All of those things are not day-to-day stuffs. I actually access those whenever I need that. And the next thing is blog in progress. Okay. And when a blog is complete, I just check it. There's one that actually tells me blog is complete. Okay. So let me show you one of my blog over here. The last one that I published already. And I write the blog, so I try to be precise as possible. I try to share my own personal story with experience, excerpt, realization, bottom line. What is the summary? What did I learn? And how can I convey the message to you? And then on the right side, you can see there is a button which I automated the whole process of publishing blog from my Obsidian to internet. So if I just click this button, my blog is live within seconds. I do not have to do anything between this. So formatting it, managing the images properly, then uploading into the server, and then check it, all of those things. I made sure whole pipeline is automated. Not only that, on top of that, actually, I had developed a complete open source project which automate the whole process. I'll show you next. So let me go to my blog. So this is the blog I'm talking about. And when I write anything inside Obsidian, I just click over here and my blog is online within seconds. And the next thing what I'm talking about, the automation tool that I have developed recently, I will release it soon, which is called Daper. So this is the automation tool I'm talking about. I developed it and I will make it open source so everyone can use it and publish your blog from comfort of your home from Obsidian. Okay, so let me show you the homepage. Okay, so that is the thing we'll discuss today. One more thing I thought it is worth sharing is that my blog technology. The blog you see over here, which I hosted in GitHub pages, which is free. I do not have to pay anything for maintaining this blog, because I'm saying these many recently I posted about my whole pipeline in Reddit as well as Facebook. In Reddit it got 55,000 views, Facebook it got 12,000 views, and many people ask me how do I manage all of those pipeline. And the good thing about this, my whole pipeline, I do not have to spend any dime on it, because see, I'm doing this for hobby, not earning at this stage, although it is getting traction. Last month, I got around more than 3.5 thousand views from my blog, which is awesome. It is ramping up gradually. But the thing about is, based on all of my Reddit and Facebook posts, many people ask me to show the step-by-step process, how to actually manage a blog from Obsidian and how to automate all of those things, how to build a blog actually, if you are completely new beginners. So I'm making a new video series on top of everything. Maybe when it will done, I'll attach the link over here. Okay, now let me show you how I actually write blogs from ideation to finally publishing and marketing, all of those stuffs. So there are actually mainly 4 steps: ideation phase, writing phase, deployment phase, as well as marketing stage. So the first step in the quick guide, which is content creation phase. So there are first 2 notes I have over here are mostly ideation phase. Whenever any quick idea or anything actually comes into my mind, I just quickly jot down into the log blog. So because getting log blog is so easy, I just press Ctrl O, then I just search log blog. So which is zero friction. I can do that from my mobile, I can do that from my laptop. So this has to be frictionless and this has to be easy to put down your blog before it evaporates. So that is the most important thing. And the next page is blog idea hub. So over here, I actually bring down all of the idea I've collected before, and all of the notes or index pages, I have blog or the notes. That is important. So over here, you can see all of those pages I have blog or the note. Let me show you just one page over here. So I have written a lot of stuffs before, which I published in different platform, which I didn't. So I have a lot of blog or the post over there, which I collect from them and just prepare a blog and format it and publish it. And then I have a lot of old notes, which I feel that these notes are actually blog worthy. And honestly speaking, the idea I generate every day, the notes I make every day, I cannot publish 1%. So that is the thing. But still, I try to be active, because you see, I publish 70 blogs within 1 month. So if I want to publish or if I want to manage time for that, the whole process is easy for me. I can do that anytime. Although what I do right now, I'm focusing more on making videos at this stage, because I tried that. Okay, I tried 1 month. Okay, I can do that. But I thought that, okay, maybe making video will be more impactful at this point. Okay, so that is the ideation page. You can see that. And when my blog is ready, I want someone to actually act as the editor. So that is AI. So I have predefined set of AI. How can I actually format this blog in a particular way, or format my story flow in such a way, or make sure my grammar is correct, all of those things are correct, and make sure my bottom line or summary or conclusion is okay, all of the things are okay, and there is no legal problem in that blog. I have a template for that. I use those prompts so that I can quickly prepare all of those things within short time. And the next thing is the video links. One of the goal of my blog is to also promote all of my videos. That is the thing. I have all of the links so that I can quickly copy paste to, if I want to attach any of my video playlist or any video which is relevant to that blog. So I just quickly grab those and put into my blog, because you see, I just want to make the process smoother. I do not want to go to YouTube and look for the video, then get back it and just paste it into my writing. So that is difficult, and that is a multi-stage process. That is not frictionless. That is the thing. Everything I'm showing over here, the goal is to make the process easy and frictionless. If it is more than 2 steps, it's not going to sustain for a long time. You get it? Okay. And the next thing is the permalink. So permalink is the stable link. Think about that. I'm writing blog. I will refer this blog in multiple places. YouTube, I will upload it Medium. I will connect it with other blogs. But I frequently change title. So when I change title, I do not want to other places to break my links. So permalink is like I intentionally set a link to a particular blog. So let me show you from this note. So you see there is a permalink over here. I intentionally actually set it. So the reason I set it, because publish my blog, that link will be always stable. So it will not break other places I shared this blog. Okay, so that is the goal, because that is the most important thing to maintain consistency. You get it? Okay. And the next thing is important. So this is like, okay, fine. I'm writing this blog. How can I actually refer other blogs within short time? So this is the line in Jekyll technology, because I write my blog completely in Markdown, and then Jekyll technology converts it into HTML. But whenever I try to link other blog, I just copy this line, and then what is the link of that particular blog? Then I just put the URL or the note name inside my Obsidian. So this is the easy way to link other blogs, because this is another important factor for SEO. Okay. So my blog writing is done. Then I actually run this command. Actually, that is the command I used to run previously before building my Daspress plugin, which actually automate whole process. So I just kept it over here. Yes, now you have the top level idea how the things work. But I want to show you one of the most important things is that how I write. What is the template for that? So I want to start with something that is I'm planning recently is to use my Obsidian kit. What is Obsidian kit? Recently, when I'm making any YouTube video, I'm trying to upload the whole Obsidian vault, so that you can open it, download it, and open into your Obsidian and see how I did that. The reason I'm doing this, because every time I'm trying to make any getting started video of Second Brain, I start with a fresh vault, so that I do not want to miss any step. And I'm uploading those fresh vault with under my video so that you can download it. But I'm thinking to attach this blog, which I have created right now, how to use Obsidian kit that I am actually providing. Okay, let's go to the Obsidian kit that I created right now. Close this one. So this is just a fresh page that I just created. Nothing over here. The next thing I will do is I will press Ctrl T, and the Ctrl T is the shortcut which brings all of my templates. So I have a template for a lot of stuff. So you can see that. Okay. Then I will look for blog template, and then bam. So the blog template populates a lot of stuffs, which is the format of the blog, all of the links I need about me, all of my social media link, all of the Obsidian notes I use in this blog. One of the important thing I want to tell you is like the newsletter, because recently I integrated my newsletter with my blog. So this is the line which tells my GitHub pages to include the newsletter button. So let me show you how it works. So I think it will be easy to understand. So you see, there's a newsletter button into my blog, and that button, I just have to write or include this line to include that button. And this actually by default comes with my template. So that is the easy part because I do not need to worry about how to include newsletter. If I want to include newsletter in other places, I just can copy this line and put over there. So let me show you from this. So you see, I have newsletter button at the bottom, but I copied the same newsletter button at the middle. You see that? So that is easy to maintain for me because I have that inclusion code over here. So that is the important thing. So what I have to do is like write my content over here, then get the story ready and edited by AI, then click this button. It's easy peasy. Right now, you got the idea how whole things work out. So, my main job in blog writing is to just write the blog. Rest of the things are mostly automated. And the purpose of this video is not to show you how I actually write blogs. The purpose is to show you the pipeline, how you can develop your pipeline following one simple principle, that is one page note. That is the index note or mock note. Whatever you do, just make a single page. Keep everything over there. Keep all of the repetitive stuffs or things which you need frequently in the quick get section. That is what I do. I do that for all of the tasks I manage. And that actually came from many productivity books that I have read throughout the year. So I have read so many productivity books. And the principle is same. If you want to accomplish something, you have to keep everything in a single place, single folder, single note, right? You do not have to juggle between a lot of folders, a lot of notes. That's not gonna work. You will feel like you are working a lot for your hobby, which I don't feel. I feel like I'm enjoying when I'm writing blog because most of the things are over there when I need something. So that is the most important lesson or bottom line of this video is that if you want to sustain or build anything or you want to make a good workflow, put everything in a single node, put all of the repeating stuffs, the thing that you need frequently in the quick get section, and keep rest of the nodes in the bottom. So that is what I do. And then the next question is, how do I do context switching? Context switching is, okay, let me show you. I'm writing blog right now, but I have to make a video after 1 hour later. Then how do I do context switching? That is the most important thing. Before actually telling you how do I do that, let me tell you a story. This is a story about Soviet psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik. She went to a restaurant with her colleagues and all of them ordered so many foods. And when the waiter actually bring all of the foods, she was really surprised because the waiter remembered all of the small details of all of the ingredients they mentioned during order. And she really praised the waiter for his great memory. And then she left the restaurant. But later she remembered that she forgot her jacket into the restaurant. And then she went to the restaurant and asked the waiter about her jacket. The waiter, surprisingly, the waiter couldn't recognize her. She was so surprised. Just few minutes back, she praised the waiter for his great memory. How can he forget about her jacket? It was really frustrating experience for her. Then she sat down into the restaurant and observed the waiter. What happens? And surprisingly, she figured out that as soon as the order is complete, the waiter forgets everything about that order, all of the people, all of the things. And later she write about it and could actually give a name of this is called Zeigarnik effect. So the bottom line of this story is that open task keeps our mind busy, and that is the reason we get distracted by so many unfinished tasks. And you might be asking, then I maintain a blog and I maintain other stuffs. How do I remember all of the blog related tasks? That is a good point. If you observe into my blog quick notes, I have a specific notes which is called task blogs. The purpose of that note is to write down all of the tasks related to blogs so that I do not need to remember the stuffs related to blog, because I might be starting writing blog maybe 1 month's interval. So I'll forget a lot of things about it. So the reason I'm saying you that, because this is the summary of the Zeigarnik follow-up research. Okay, how do you keep the concentration, have a good sleep, and do not actually switch between multiple tasks when you are doing something? Because if you have so many open tasks, you will be distracted so easily. And the follow up research is that you just have to write it down. If you write it down, you're saying your mind that that will be get done later on. That is what I do, and that is the reason I can have a good sleep and manage all of the stuffs. Yep, okay, congratulations. Because you have retained your patience so long to come to this point. So I want to mention that everything recently I am making or showing into the video, I try to put all of the resource in the description below so that you can download and look into it and include into your day-to-day work and include into your second brain, or you can learn from that. So you will find all of the resource in the description below. And the next thing I want to mention is there is a new video series I'm building right now, which is based on how you can make your blog or portfolio from scratch and deploy into GitHub page and automate using Obsidian so that you can write your blog in Obsidian, write your portfolio, write your own website from Obsidian and deploy automatically without any cost. Okay, you do not have to spend any money to maintain a blog or maintain your portfolio because GitHub page is awesome. It is free, it is easy to maintain, you can deploy from your Obsidian. So I will provide you the link of that series attached over here. And I will also provide you the link of my automation tool that I have developed. Thank you very much. If you find this video useful, you know what to do. Thank you.